Giants and the Atlanta Falcons. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They begin with a run by Barkley. Fights loose. And he's got some space here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They keep it with Barkley on first down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. On second down, Dobbs. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escaping the pressure right. Space to run past the 20. Throwing left side, it's complete. 15 yards through the air on a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Lindsay. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Hassan Reddick in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
That's taken it around the 40. And a fast footwork by White. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. Would be ideal.
A very short field to work with now. 1st and goal after the great punt return. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Going deep here for Bryant. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Detroit! Gone! Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Dobbs now on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, Let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
He finds Latavius Murray. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 48 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! Grand 38!
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Flex round! Flex round!
He's going to get it running right. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw here. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs letting one go deep for Roberts. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
First down, Dobbs to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Dobbs, eluding the pressure right. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ohio!
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant to the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to rifle one and got his man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain of 32 that time. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout.
Okay, we got four. We got four. Let's go, fellas. We got four down. Let's go. Tight end right. Tight end right. We got four. Now let's go. 319. 319. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Gun, gun. Set. 319.
He'll drop to throw. The 20. He's got his man. It's Williams. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. And now it's blocked, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, is really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spend a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
A handoff to Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The son, Reddick, coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. On play action, it's Dobbs. Rolling to his left. It's complete to Grant. He got 29 yards that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. stops. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Leopard. Detroit. Detroit. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. You got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. Over.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10.
Tight end right. Tight end right. 3 down. Hey.
They'll throw now on the final play. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. So he comes out of nowhere. He's got this handlebar mustache, greasy hair. And he says, would you rather eat a jar of mayonnaise or 3 sticks of butter? And I'm well, all right, never mind. Third quarter action now. Now Tre'Davious White on the return. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. In for the score. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
I'm
doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Fielded just inside the 20. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They give them a gain of 38.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Gun! Hurry up, here we go!
He'll get it up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there from 4 yards out. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there that time, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
On second down, Dobbs. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Falcons on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. 25. Check 25. Check 25. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 15. Check 15. Flex round. Flex round. Motion, motion, motion.
To throw is Dobbs. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Ohio! Ohio! He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Here's Dobbs to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Throwing here, Dobbs. Got his man on the comebacker. It's Grant. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Dobbs is throwing. Looking for the end zone. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Dobbs now on second down. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And, look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on fourth down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? You want to go for it here? We shut you down. They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 45 yards. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Ohio! Ohio!
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. Hits his target, Hunter. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. On 1st down, Downs to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means after...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A gain of 32 that time. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And this offense on 3rd down today, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Come on, let's go. What? 9.
Here's Barkley. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Hot!
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Gone, 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 gone.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 9. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.